Looking for a place to test your golf game against fellow amateurs with similar skills and the same passion for the game? Whether you are a weekend warrior with a competitive fire or an elite amateur looking for opportunities to hone your tournament performance, the Amateur Players Tour has a home for you. Go to amateurplayerstour.com today to join the only AM tour on the continent created by the players and for the players.
Now on the tee from Las Vegas, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of APT Live. I'm here with the mayor, Phil Vankersdalen, filling in for Jody tonight. How's life down there in Charlotte, Phil?
Very good. Got some little fall weather this weekend, so we're in the low to high 50s for the lows and getting into the high 70s for the high, which is very nice, very comfortable around here.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been the first couple of days up in Illinois. I haven't wore shorts every day. Fall's just kind of set in. We had our local finals the 11th and 12th, and it's 85, 90 degrees, and now it's sweatshirts every day, and which is okay. A couple breaks off. We've got our Ryder Cup, which it's kind of the home event of the APT a little bit because where Jody and I met coming up in a week. But you've got a good one this weekend, upstate in Atlanta and Augusta coming together.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that? Currahee
Sure.
and Katichi, right?
Yeah, Currahee Club in Katichi, on Lake Hartwell in Georgia, kind of centrally located for three chapters in that vicinity. We got just under 50 guys coming in this weekend, representing Atlanta, Augusta, the Smoky Mountain chapter, a couple guys from Southwest Virginia, upstate, and Charlotte. So we got a good group. Jody's going to be there this weekend, so looking forward to seeing him in person. I actually did the pairings, so I did actually put something together with him. So maybe we might have a little side action going, I'm sure.
There we go.
Yeah. No, we're looking forward to it. Again, just doing the final things tonight, printing off scorecards and cart signs and all that kind of stuff, and getting it ready for because I'm heading up there tomorrow morning. I'm going to talk to both the pros and stuff like that, but we'll be raring to go. We do have a couple open spots. If anybody is here tonight from those 3 chapters or 4 chapters, if they're thinking about coming in, they want to play maybe this weekend, give me a call. My information is again on the website, so you can give me a call and I can see what I can do, get you in.
Yeah, definitely. Well, speaking of side action, this weekend's going to be a special one for, I know, a lot of our guys. With the Ryder Cup starting tomorrow at Whistling Straits. We were there just 7 weeks ago. So our guys get to walk where those guys are going to compete this weekend. And I know it's going to be exciting. And, I got to ask you, as we kind of get started tonight, I'm going to give you the pairings. You said you haven't seen them yet.
I just brought them up.
So we need a pick. So I'll read these off. And I want to know what your favorite match to watch tomorrow morning is and what you think the final score is. So match 1, you got Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth against John Rahm and Sergio Garcia. Match 2, you got DJ and Colin Morikawa against Paul Casey and Victor Hovland. Match 3, you got Brooks Koepka and Daniel Berger going against Lee Westwood and Matt Fitzpatrick. And then the final match is, goodness gracious, you got Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele against McIlroy and Poulter. So what's your take? What of all of those matches, which is the one you most want to see?
Actually, I'd be glued to the TV just watching the first one. Spieth and Thomas against Rahm and Sergio.
Yeah, that's got to be the most consequential match of the morning, right? I think if Thomas and Spieth can win a point there, certainly off to a good start for Team USA. But man, that last match is the one that's got me. Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about this pairing of McIlroy and Poulter, and I'm just like, eek. As somebody cheering for America like that, I don't want to see those two squared off against us. I was watching the video this afternoon. I was taking a little bit of a break, and from the daily, and I was watching the highlights of that Reed McIlroy singles match from a few years back and how good that was, and it's gonna be certainly interesting. So prediction desk after session 1, what's the score?
I'd be happy with 2-2.
Yeah, I'm certainly, my heart's in with the U.S. I think it's going to be tough. I think we've got a tough go in match 1, although I think Thomas and Spieth will play really well together. Man.
I mean, the weather's going to be a factor too up there. I mean, in the low 60s and stuff like that. Saw pictures. One of our members is up there taking photos, and he's all bundled up, and so
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't really like how we sent out people in this. I'd be happy. I'd be thrilled with 2-2, 2.5, 1, and 2.5, 1.5. But I mean, I could see 3-1 potentially. It's just interesting. You know what I mean? Both teams put out their unknown with Koepka and Berger, right, against Westwood and Fitzpatrick. That's an interesting match. And then DJ and Morikawa against Casey and Hovland. That's everything is going to be there. So it's going to be interesting. I know I'll be glued to the TV. I know our staff here at the office, we're having a Ryder Cup day. So if you call us tomorrow, sorry, but we may or may not answer. We got an action-packed show tonight. We've got coming up here in a little bit. We got Andrew Trotman here to talk Canada for 22. He'll be on the show here in a little bit. I'm real curious to ask him if he's going to be that guy that roots for Europe. I know you've lived in Canada for a while. You rooting for Europe up there, or is it still USA? Like, we're neighbors.
No, I mean, again, I root for players. I'll be rooting for the USA in this one. Again, I have no action on the line, so I have no financial aspect to it or interest into it. If it's the President's Cup and there's a Canadian playing, I usually root for the Canadians when they're playing in the President's Cup. But Ryder Cup, I just like tight matches. I love to see it come down to the singles matches on Sunday.
Yeah, it's one of those things with Canada, right? I think when I was growing up in Central Illinois, I was a huge Ozzie Smith fan, so I'm a huge Cardinal fan. Which, by the way, we won our 12th straight game today.
Whatever.
So it's looking good for us for the playoffs at least, and then we get a 1-game series against the Dodgers. That's not good. But everybody's always like, "Why aren't you a Cub fan? You're like right next to Chicago," and I'm like, "I'm just not a Cub fan." Like, so I'm curious to see what he thinks about that. The one to recap a little bit last week. Big announcement last week in the realm of tour partnerships and tour sponsorships and getting more value out of the membership with the addition of AVIS and Budget. What was your thought on that? I know we've been kind of talking back and forth about that for a while, but it was good to finally get that deal done.
Yeah, no, that's again another great benefit of being a member on the tour. I know this year with traveling myself, I've taken 3 trips this year, one personal and 2 related to the APT, and I used our budget codes, and I've probably saved close to $500 myself on 3 different rentals. So, I mean that alone.
And that was the old code.
Yeah, that was the old code. Exactly. So I'm just, I can't wait to book my first trip where I got to use the AVIS code now.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I know one of our guys in St. Louis, Ray, we put out a Facebook post with him, including in the email we sent out to everybody. But, he immediately called, and I'm not going to call out the rental car company, but it's a reputable rental car company he was renting from for Pinehurst, and he switched his reservation, saved over $400 in one. And we had 3 or 4 more people call us the next day that had the same luck. And so, people that are like, those codes are never good. No, they really are. This is a different deal than, hey, we negotiated, we have a corporate rate and we're just giving it to you. No, these guys are actually sponsoring us, which gives us, a better rate than just the regular corporate program. And so it's up to 35% off Budget on the pay now. It's up to 30% off of AVIS. And so definitely take advantage of that. It's going to be good. But other than that, I know your favorite time of the year is around, because the Turtleson store's open again. So have you been shopping this time?
No, not yet. Sorry, my door's closed here, so my wife can't hear. So, unless she's watching over there watching the live broadcast on the other room, but no, I have not ordered anything yet. And keyword
Nice.
Yet.
I won't text her. Well, you got, the good news is you got 3 more days. So it's open through the 26th. So members, we sent everybody an email last night to be able to go to the Turtleson store. Once you're in there, you've got to be in our APT Turtleson store. Make sure the code APT40 is in there. That'll give you 40% off. Literally, everything in that APT store. They've got a lot of their new fall gear in there. Great selection. If you've not tried some of their stuff yet, I highly recommend it. I know Phil's pretty much, I don't know if I've seen you in the past 8 months in something that's not Turtleson. So, and I'm the same way. I'm wearing a sweatshirt being casual tonight, but this is Turtleson. This is actually my favorite piece. It's got like a kangaroo pocket. I saw they've got some new versions of that in the store this time, so I highly recommend that piece. It is one of my favorites, but definitely take advantage of that. Another great membership deal to be on the APT. But we got a lot coming up tonight. For those of you tuning in tonight, we've got a national major announcement coming up next. And we may even have a surprise in store. I'm checking my phone chatter. We actually may get a special guest sneaking in tonight. So let's take a quick message from our friends at Turtleson, and then let's talk 2022 schedule. Man, I'm telling you, I'm excited. Turtleson stuff. I'm still convinced that's Champions Retreat. Every time I watch the video, I watch the golf course. I'm like, what hole is that? And trying to figure it out, but could be wrong. But 2022 schedule, Phil, it's starting to come together nicely. We've had a few really good announcements so far. What major are you looking forward to most in 22 that we've announced so far?
Well, right now I've got 3 on my calendar that I've tentatively booked in. I've got Stream Song. That one is pretty much a guarantee. I love that venue. Been there once previously, and that's a definite for me. Branson on the July the Labor Day, or not Labor Day, Chambers Bay. That's the other one. But Branson, whatever, on July 3rd and 4th. That weekend, that's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, and then so those are the 3 I have. I want to say penciled / inked into my calendar. And then, of course, starting the year off in January down in Orlando at the Tournament of Champions, and then the 4-ball down there.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And registration is open for that right now. So you can get in. We've got the deposit balance feature turned on. So 20% down reserves your spot. And so you don't have to pay the full balance till, really close to the tournament. We'll send out emails. It'll vary a little bit from tournament by tournament based on whatever the contract is, but we'll certainly communicate that out. But you can get in for 20% down. And to those Tournament Champions Open, like you said, the 4-ball's open. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait to talk about a little twist that the 4-ball is going to be. So we're just waiting on some of those details to fall. But yeah, actually, Carol, our Turtleson rep, she's been on, a couple times with us. She was sending me some pictures. She just got back from a trip to Paynes Valley, and she's like, Matt, I've traveled to some of the nicest places in the country, and this place is unreal.
Yeah, it's going to be special. That's for sure. I know that. I think I got 3 or 4 of my Charlotte guys that have already signed up for it. They took advantage of the first 30. So I know there's going to be a lot of guys from my area going down there for that one, or going over there for that one. We're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And just to let everybody know, registration, if you didn't get in, the night where we open it for a few people, registration will open up November 1st for everybody. But this next major is going to be fun. I think one of the things we did when we, wanted to start the APT is we wanted to do things a little bit different than just stroke play all the time. And so, you mentioned the 4-ball. I know you were at the 4-ball last year at OCN and wanted to come back this year, had a good experience, which is good. But one of the things we haven't done on the national major stage yet is to run a Stableford. Which is what we're here to announce tonight. And so without further ado, we can talk a little bit more about that as we get going. But February 20th and 21st, we'll be hosting a President's Day weekend Stableford at Talamore Resort in Pinehurst, North Carolina. So...
And just to make sure that everybody knows, 20th and 21st is a Monday.
So everybody's off work on Monday. So a little Monday action. Take advantage of the weekend there. I know, we'll probably have some exciting stuff going on that Saturday as well, yet to be released. But President's Day weekend, which will be fun. And actually, I don't know. Why don't you talk a little bit about the Stableford? Tell people what the Stableford's about.
Sure. Well, the Stableford's a different type of scoring versus regular stroke play, where you get awarded points based on the score that you shoot on the hole. If you make a triple bogey, you're going to lose a point. If you make double bogey, you get 0 points. If you make a bogey, you get 1. Par is 2, and I'm not sure if we're going 4 for birdie, 6 for eagle, or something like that.
Yeah,
I know
we'll
we got to
switch it
finalize
up a little bit. Jody sent it to me, and I forgot. I just don't have my phone, so sorry.
Yeah, so it's just an alternate scoring method. You're still going to compete within your own divisions, so you're going to compete against like handicap golfers. But it's going to reward again those players that are a little more consistent, or they can make some more birdies. And again, if you make triple bogeys, you're going to lose points. So, main aspect of this one is make a point every hole.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to post the link to register right now. The best part about this event is the cost. Still the full normal national major, $60 in the prize pool. So huge prize pool to play for. Total cost is $259. to get in. So I'm going to post the link to register right now. We're going to open it for those of you watching tonight. But if I'm reading the chat, Jody just says, Matt, you may want to let me into the live stream. I have some breaking news. So
Sounds good.
I guess maybe that's something more than he said that the U.S. was going to be down 2.5 to 1.5 at best tomorrow morning. So let's see if we can get Jody to come on in. Hey,
Oh, there he is.
you made it home. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
You were supposed to be off tonight.
I was. I've had some other responsibilities with my sports team stuff going on, but I've got that wrapped up and was doing some work this afternoon. So I got a great phone call, followed up with a couple of emails back and forth. So I thought I couldn't wait. I thought I might wait until after the call and share things with you, Matt, and what was developing here, but I can't wait. Got to share this with everybody.
So wait, so you're saying, because I'm always telling people to trust you with booking courses. So you're saying now I have to trust you with booking courses?
Just roll with this one, okay? I promise I won't do this to you very often, but this one is worth it.
I mean, my stress level is already pretty high, so don't kill me.
Well, I'll just ask you this question. We've been looking at adding 4-ball events throughout the course of the year, and we've had some discussion about doing something special for a 4-ball event toward the end of the year, maybe even after our North American Championship. And I think I got something special for us, buddy.
Cool. Well, I'm just saying, if you're not going to fill me in, I mean, it better be like top 20.
How about 2 courses, both ranked in the top 15 on Golf Week's best top 100 modern courses, year after year after year?
That's pretty good. Well, I mean, I'm good with that. So why don't you tell us all about it?
Well, so for the first time ever with the Amateur Players Tour, we will be hosting a 4-ball national championship in November of 2022. So everybody that's planning on coming down to Orange County National, or even thinking about it, kicking tires on that one, you may want to go ahead and do that, because there will be a qualification process with early priority to register for our 4-ball national championship, North American Championship, November 15th and 16th. All right. With practice rounds set up on the 14th at a little resort that could, nobody really thought it would work out, but little Bandon Dunes Resort in Bandon, Oregon will be hosting the Amateur Players in 2022.
Nice. So that's pretty good there.
I'm pretty stoked about this one, guys. I've been, and it's going to be really close to my birthday weekend. So I'll be turning 49 on November 8th of 22. So I expect everybody to come out and celebrate with me.
You're old. We'll call it Jody's birthday bash.
I'm trying to get to those 4 T's, man.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I mean, top 20, I'm looking at these courses, right?
Right.
At Bandon. So, you're looking at, Old McDonald on the rankings, the 2 courses that sandwich Old McDonald in the ranking. Let's just throw this out here. So ahead of it, you have Pinehurst number 2.
Right.
So, and, just ask us in a month, how good Pinehurst number 2 is. And on the other side of Old McDonald, you have Whistling Straits.
I mean,
so sandwich right in the middle,
right?
you have Old McDonald at Bandon Dunes, number 4 in the country. And then you've got Bandon Trails, which is sandwiched by Kiowa Island, the ocean course, and Bethpage Black.
I'd say it's pretty high cotton. That's what we say in the South anyway. So on this event, I've been able to line up with my friend Jara at Bandon Dunes. We're going to have the practice round on November 14th available on Bandon Trails, which is my personal favorite. The beautiful part about going to Bandon with a bunch of your buddies is when you leave, everybody's going to argue for the next 3 months about what the best course is there. My personal opinion, I absolutely love Bandon Trails. And then the first round on the 15th will be on the trails course, and the final round on Old Mac. So we will have it set up with there's lodging on property is really the only lodging that you want to choose from. There's probably some places that you could stay in town, but they've got some really good deals for us, both double occupancy and single occupancy for those that absolutely demand to stay by themselves, keep their snoring to themselves. And you'll be able to book extra time ahead of or after our event. So if you want to come in the weekend ahead of time and get some extra golf in, play Sheep Ranch, play Bandon, play Pacific Dunes, you'll have the ability to do that. You'll be able to book that straight through the resort.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good weekend. I know I was excited to go out there as we were planning this. That was one of the things we were going to do your cage matches out at Bandon in June of 2020, and we pulled the trigger and just kind of punted it at the last minute because it was right before COVID restrictions lifted, and and Oregon was late on that. And so I'm looking forward to getting up there. I know there's going to be some guys in St. Louis that were joining that wanted to go on that trip, and it's going to be a great deal. We're still finalizing all the pricing. We'll get that out to you, but it's certainly a better deal than what we were going to have on our trip. And so I was really excited about that. I know you worked hard on that too, so I'm not slamming that, but right. I was really surprised when you kind of gave me the preliminary stuff earlier, but it's going to be good. And so I know Wilson's asking, how many 4-ball tournaments we're going to have. There's going to be several ways to qualify, and so we'll work that out. There's also going to be, potentially some spots available for non-qualifiers as well. So, but it is going to be a limited field. And it's going to be a really fun experience. If you've not taken a golf trip with the APT yet, I would highly recommend this one as a starting point. Some of the best golf courses in the world. So we're going to have a great time out there in November, and it's going to be good.
Matt, I don't mean to interrupt, but you said as a starting point, that is the last one on our schedule for next year. There's a hell of a lot of good events coming up before that one, so they might want to pick a better starting point.
That's true. 100%. We got Casella with South Florida. It's like, am I qualified already? No, man.
That was
no, man.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately, Casella? Come on now. He's in Miami, wanted to go to Bandon, but it's going to be good. Highly recommend it. Once again, dude, I have to say you've put together the best schedule in amateur tour history. And we're still not done, which is the exciting part about it. With Paynes Valley, 4th of July, like Mayor said, Stream Song in June. Starting off at Orange County National, TPC San Antonio after that bunker renovation right before the Valero, TPC Deer Run right after the tournament. Chambers Bay Labor Day weekend. It's a great time to be on the APT, and it's just going to be a fun year. I'm watching these comments. I'm chuckling as I see him come in. So you don't have to be in the same flight for partners. We'll do something similar. There's going to be a couple tweaks to the format that we did last year at OCN, but we'll get that data out here shortly. I know Bandon is hot off the press as you get. Literally came in at what time today, Jody?
It was, I had a phone call earlier this afternoon and then had to follow up, and they're 2 hours behind. So the reason I was late jumping on here is trying to wrap those details up. But probably 2:00 this afternoon was kind of confirmation, and then needed to, jump through a couple of hoops to get some stuff done. And man, we're in. It's going to happen. We're going to Bandon. It's going to be fantastic.
It is going to be an awesome way to finish the season after the North American Championship. North American Championship, I saw one of the things, by the way, and then after this we'll jump to break, and we got to talk to our friends north of the border, find out if they're cheering for Poulter or not, which isn't cool. But North American Championship this year at Pinehurst, we still got a few spots available. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But next year, the North American Championship will not be in Pinehurst. It's going to be in a different area of the country. We're really excited about that. We're gearing up for that announcement, which I think will be really good. And so you're going to get to play championship golf at a lot of different places around the country. So, but before we get started, let's listen to a message from our friends at 2 Under, and then we'll talk to Canada.
2 Under. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
So, Andrew Trotman, what's up, my man?
What's going on?
So, how's life north of the border?
Can't complain. No snow yet.
That's good. That's probably, a misnomer for a lot of people watching tonight. It actually doesn't snow in Canada all the time.
Yeah, it's a couple months away, but whatever.
So, but the polar bears, they hang out in your backyard, right?
Yeah, they live in the backyard.
I remember back in our old golf academy days at school, we used to get people with that all the time. Like we were ruthless playing that routine about the polar bears. Polar bears busted your trampoline in the backyard.
Yeah. Hang out on the front porch.
Yeah, it was always fun, like stealing your garbage and stuff. But
Yeah.
people are gullible, man. But it was fun.
The Canadian golf team in college were like the offensive linemen for the Green Bay Packers. I don't care if it was 25 degrees out. They were wearing shorts and short sleeves, and they were like, "Oh man, this is great. We're so happy."
Yeah, it's not minus 50.
Exactly.
So, well, I'm looking at our screens, Jody, and I'm seeing a match at the chapter owners retreat. So you got, me and you just being completely, American through and through, twinning today, and then you got Phil, who lived in Canada for a while, and Trotman. I think that's a pretty fair match.
All right, we're always down.
I would call that one a pick 'em. It'd be pretty fun. We might have to see that one.
The Van Geers Canadian anyway, so
That is
he
true.
has maple syrup for breakfast every morning.
It's the only way to start your day.
So, yeah. But for those of you who don't know, Andrew is my college roommate. We got together down the beach years and years ago when we were at the golf academy. My former gambling buddy. So we used to hustle around the legends down there in Myrtle Beach. Lee Barden can talk all about down there, but man, we're excited to have you on board for Canada and actually get things going.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, I'm responding to the internal chat, which is never a positive thing on these broadcasts.
Oh, boy.
So why don't you talk to us a little bit about Canada, some of the golf courses up there, how your guys like to travel and as things get opened up. And
Yeah, so we're starting to kind of spread our wings across Canada here. Travel's not as simple as it is in the U.S. Just jumping state to state like you boys down the south do. But I think guys here like to travel too for golf, just like they do south. And we're looking forward to kind of tossing together a couple of really cool spots. We got a major coming up, maybe in our sleeves here in the near future, and I think once they see where it is, guys will get real excited.
yeah, I mean, there's certainly some time to, if you're in America, to come up to Canada, and that's definitely the time of year we're looking. So beautiful location. So hopefully we'll get that done and get you back on for an announcement there. But let's talk Toronto for a little bit. I know there's some really good courses on your schedule, like Cobble Beach is one. I know. Didn't you start working there?
Yeah, I worked there. Oh man, I don't even know what year it was, but in between school, I worked there, and right on the bay. Awesome spot, like one of the best, most picturesque places, probably in Ontario.
Nice. I mean, there's, one of the things people don't necessarily understand. I mean, you think about Canadian golf and you immediately hear Mike Weir or like some of the more people like Graham DeLatte and stuff, but there are a ton of really, really good golf courses in Ontario. And so it's going to be fun to see the schedule you put together in Toronto. So just give me like 3 or 4 of your favorites.
Ooh, favorites. Cobble's obviously one of them. TPC Toronto would be easily one. Their 3 golf courses are all in the top 100 in Canada. I think they're all in the top 40, maybe even the top 30 in Canada. So yeah, you got 3 unreal golf courses right there. But yeah, we got some wicked spots real close that we'll plan to toss on the schedule for next year.
Nice. It's going to be fun. Well, we're excited to get you started and get up there. Jody, what's your favorite golf course in Toronto, Mr. Raider guy?
You know, I haven't played a whole lot in the Toronto area. I've got a really good buddy that has been in the golf business, been a golf writer for a long time. And I keep trying to get up there, and every single time we try to book something comes up. Things get canceled. So, you know, there's no shortage of really great private clubs up there. You know, as Trotman can tell you, in Ontario, you know, we were talking about this not too long ago, Phil and I. If you ever go up to Canada and you cross the bridge at Windsor there in Detroit, and you take that drive from Detroit to Toronto, there are 2 things that you're going to see incessant amounts of. One is windmills. They're everywhere, like thousands of them. And then 2, every other exit on this highway. You know how we have exit signs in the U.S. for hotels and restaurants
McDonald's.
and gas stations, you know, the blue attraction signs. Every other exit on that road between Detroit and Toronto has a golf course sign on it. There's got to be 200 golf courses between those 2 cities.
Jody, it's got a Tim Hortons sign on it too, but yeah.
Oh,
Well, Tim Hortons is ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
Yeah, 100%.
right.
Yeah, you're right.
And I can recommend the coffee. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So who wins the Ryder Cup, Trotman? Give us the, you know, Canada. You should be neutral.
Yeah, pretty neutral. My parents are European, so there's a little bit of push that way. But in all honesty, a lot of it comes down to just good matches. I just want it to be close. I kind of see more European than U.S. this year. I just think the European side has a better room. I think the U.S. room's a little bit more divided. A little less like team atmosphere.
Right.
But yeah, if it comes to President's Cup, it's different. Then I'm fully on
the other
side.
A couple prop bets here. And I'm going to hold you to this when we come back to announce this, you know, major in Canada. Coming up with a couple for you. This will be fun. And I'll ask the mayor this too, and Jody. So a couple prop bets. How many holes does DeChambeau lose by on Sunday?
Man, I'm going to say 4.
4?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'll say he wins.
You say he wins. You think he comes off this? I mean, he was bad 2 years ago.
I'll just go the opposite.
You go the opposite? Okay. Jody, what's your thought?
Well, it was a bad golf course for him in Paris. Bad golf course for the entire U.S. team. Honestly, it really depends upon the matchup.
It's true.
There are 2 or 3 wins that I would feel pretty confident matching up against, but that's the extent of it. After that, I think he's going to have his hands full, no matter who he ends up with, and especially the way they're talking about the wind blowing this weekend. Now, Sunday is supposed to be a little bit lighter wind, but it's going to be a little bit cooler, so the ball's not going to fly as far. Maybe that's going to negate his distance advantage. Honestly, I mean, I'm with Trotman. I don't see a whole lot of room for optimism for the U.S. team, really. These day one matchups that came out, I mean, or Friday morning is going to be, and I'm looking at JT and Spieth going out in the first group that neither one of them are hitting more than 50% of their fairways right now. I think they're going to get absolutely boat raced by Rahm by the
Yeah,
Spaniard.
Rahm Garcia is a scary start. So one last one, and then we'll go to break. We got to talk Pinehurst. We got our own championships to talk about. But who are you sending out first Sunday for the U.S. and for Europe?
On
Who
Sunday?
do you think that matchup's going to be?
First guy out for the U.S. has got to be somebody that's going to be energy guy. That's going to kind of get the crowd back up and going. I mean, they're all a bunch of really vanilla personality guys.
I know.
Koepka, maybe.
Koepka. See, I'm thinking Spieth.
Well, probably,
But you don't have Reed.
The more that I think about it, probably JT. Probably JT is the guy you send off first. He's your rah-rah guy. He's going to get the crowd whipped up. And so, I could see it probably being again, depending upon what the score is going in the last day, but I could probably see us JT and Rory matchup first.
That'd be a good matchup.
First singles out. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that. I agree. I think you're going to see Thomas and Spieth in the first two groups and Poulter and McIlroy in the first two groups. Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that play and, how many matches they've played, if they need it or not. Rory is kind of the straw that stirs the European drink, and American crowds like Rory too. So he's an easy guy to put out for the Europeans. And that's not going to pull a lot of a pushback, I think, from the crowd. If you put Garcia or Poulter or somebody out early on, then you're gonna get the American crowd pretty partisan pretty quick. I mean, I love the idea and the touch that Patrick did of putting the team out in Green Bay Packers colors, coming out with cheesehead gear and tossing that up in the crowd. I mean, they're really trying to win up the crowd over and take the teeth out of it and make them much more bold. So it's a good strategy. We'll see how much that works.
Yeah, let's we'll do one other thing for you, and then I can answer this too, I guess. Since we hosted a tournament, had to do tournament setup at Whistling Straits. What's the one hole that you think is going to, that maybe TV doesn't do it justice? I mean, everybody knows about hole 18, right?
Right.
What's the one hole that's going to be pivotal in those matches that, you may not think about?
Again, depending upon what the wind does and what tees they choose, if it's coming down the stretch late, 17 can be a bear of a golf hole.
Right.
It will be really interesting to see because, if the wind's blowing off the water or out to the water, if you get any type of side breeze there, and you get a pin they decide to tuck over up against that ledge on the left side, I mean, good luck, man. There could be crazy numbers there.
So 8's the par 3 in the water, right?
8 comes by. 8 is a par 4. 8 is the blind.
The 7's on the water.
7's
okay. Yep.
And then
the 7's on the water too.
Tee box is right. Yeah, 7's right on the water. Tee box is right behind it, right down on the water, and it's completely blind. You can't see the fairway at all.
So I think 6 green's crazy with that bunker in the middle section there. You get a bunch of wind there. I think that hole is going to be, you'll see some carnage there potentially. You get in that little bunker in between, or 5, I think, is one of the best par 5s.
I want to see Bryson try to cut the corner on 5.
Oh, I know. It's insane to think that somebody's going to try that. But anyways, we could talk about Whistling Straits and how good it was all night. You got to take advantage of some of these majors, guys, to play. I can't believe we played 7 weeks ago where the Ryder Cup is going to be held tomorrow. Great experience. But anyways, we've got a quick message from our friends at Blue Tees. I was actually talking to somebody just before the show that ordered one and loves it. So let's watch a message from them, and we got to talk Pinehurst, and then we'll sign off for the night. So, I mean, I gotta say, I love my Blue Tees, Jody.
Oh man, I had it this weekend and playing in one of our events here in Nashville at Towhee Club, and first hole, guys looks over and goes, "Man, what is that?" So because I had it stuck to the cart, and it's like, "Yeah, man, it's all magnet built in, everything." It's been amazing. I really enjoyed that rangefinder. It's been a big step up from what I had before. One of the companies or brands that gets pushed pretty heavily by some social media people that are big influencers, and it was good. I guess I didn't know what I was missing until I got my Blue Tees, and definitely an improvement over what I was using before. It's accurate. The rangefinder is fantastic. The ambient light technology is fantastic as well. So it's been great. Loved it.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just ran out of my first battery. I've been using it all the time, and then I realized I had to have Allie bring the box because the next day to the tournament, I'm like, oh, I have batteries in the box, because they actually think to give you batteries. I thought it was the coolest thing. But anyways, we got a couple of significant announcements regarding Pinehurst, and so Jody, I figured I'd just give you the floor.
Oh, thanks for giving me notice on this one. Coming in late, I guess that's what I get. So I guess you've heard earlier tonight, I think you had already talked about an event coming up in Talamore for the 22 season. And part of the reason for that is based on the registrations that we've had come in, and for our North American Championship, we've decided to go ahead and keep everybody on Pinehurst property for the tournament. So we're going to be able to keep all 4 courses full, have everybody filling out all 3 tournament rounds on Pinehurst property. And so kind of as a trade-off with Talamore and doing that at this late juncture, we wanted to make sure that we did something with them in the spring to make sure that we did come back and give them an opportunity to earn some business. So we will have that event at Talamore in the spring that you've already announced, but all 3 rounds, all 5 divisions will be playing all 3 rounds at Pinehurst on number 1, 6, 8, and 9. So for the first 2 days, and of course, still as we've been discussing all along, top 20 in ties for each division will qualify to move on for the final round on Pinehurst number 2 on that Wednesday. So really looking forward to rounding out the numbers as we've sent out announcements and let everybody know registration will close on October 3rd. We are dangerously close to filling up our Division 3 spots. Division 2, we've had some more jump in there this week, so that one's starting to get down into low double digits of what's left in the teens there, spots of remaining for Division 2. So if you're thinking about it and you're trying to wait for either some money to come in or something, you may want to go ahead and get registered, or at least let us know that you're going to, so that we can try to make sure that we keep you informed of what the numbers look like. But it's going to be good. It's going to be a great week. We're going to crown some worthy champions. We've had people qualify to get here based on their play all year long, and I'm excited to have a true championship tournament that crowns real champions that have earned their right to be there. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Prize pool right now is over $32,000. Among the current, we've got 320 registered with, we've had a few more that have told us they're going to be registering shortly, so we expect that number to go up. Registration is going to close on October 3rd. Definitely want to get in. Don't miss your opportunity. It's going to be a huge prize pool. Competing for the National Player of the Year race, which is an additional $750 bonus. And I will say, the trophies came in. Did I tell you that, Jody, today?
Yes.
They're so good. The National Player of the Year trophies, freaking awesome. I cannot wait. When it comes to that, it's going to be fun. We'll be getting out some information. I know Joe asked about, what course Division 2's plan. We're going to take a hard look, in talking to Pinehurst. We really wanted to be able to keep everybody on property if possible. And so the field's going to be limited to 400 spots. So starting to fill up, still expect a very full field with that. And it's going to be a great 3 days at Pinehurst. We'll have some stuff going on at night. I know we're going to do some kind of casual reception / registration event Sunday. You'll have a shopping experience with Turtleson, get some great gear from 2 Under, and all of that good stuff. So Jody's asked me in the background, is that the match play trophy behind me? It's the one from Vic. So I know Matt Miller's on the broadcast. So poor guy. Phil, I heard that. I've got to talk a little bit of smack every once in a while. So
man,
if he wants to play for it again, I'll play him for it. So Jody just asked him about keeping the Founders Cup trophy clean. That's what we should do. Chris, bring Jody on the camera a little bit. We got to have a little pick. Before you're on, we were talking about the inaugural. I'm kind of joking by calling it the inaugural APT event. It is where we met and became friends, and really where the idea for the APT was born. Right. Out of that event, we're getting ready to bring that thing back next weekend, and I'm just curious in the comments. So Jody and I squaring off in a Ryder Cup. Who's got the advantage? Let's see it in the comments. See what the best can be.
I watched the movie the other night, and one of the quotes in the movie was, "Out of great darkness comes light." Right. I was like, yeah, our Ryder Cup kind of led to something that was pretty good. So
100%. I got to be honest. I captain picked my Ian Poulter, bringing Billy Davis. He's my Poltz in my St. Louis squad. So we're excited.
Billy's he's a teddy bear. I'm not worried about that guy.
So I'm just waiting for the comments to come in. But anyways, it's going to be good. Do you want to take a few questions? If anybody wants to put some questions in the chat.
Sure. See, some just got added in here.
Joe Arnold, can we use our gift cards for purchase on Sunday night? Absolutely. We'll have some great gear in the store coming in. So let's leave it at that. We're still putting some stuff together.
St. Louis D3 is dangerous and really good.
It's true.
I've heard that before.
So it's gonna be good. So Ryan wants to know what's going on with the practice round at Pinehurst. 2 words: email Allie at amateurplayerstour.com. She's your concierge for the practice round. She'll help you. We've still got spots available. I know we've got spots available on 1, spots available on 6. I think we have a few spots on 9 as well. I think the only one that's sold out right now is on number 8. So reach out. Joe, we're finalizing the 2-man stuff. We'll get that out this week. Bandon we've gotten busy, so I apologize. While I'm working on the Ryder Cup, I'll be working on getting that 2 Under 2-man challenge. Get that out so you guys can do. I will tell you the one thing that will be with that is you're not going to be able to win over 750. So if you win your division, you're not going to be able to win that, and you can win the trophy for the 2-man challenge, but you can't win the cash. It's 750 is the limit of what we can pay you for that. So, but it's going to be a fun time. Net Stableford tournament. It's going to be good.
Allie with a Y.
Correct.
Ryan asked how to spell
that. Allie, ALLY at amateurplayerstour.com.
And Joe Arnold, from your comment on Facebook earlier, yes, Matt will get South Florida up on the website so you can see all that, along with
Correct.
our other umpteen new chapters that have all been added. So,
It says anybody a web developer that wants to help us all out for like a couple weeks or something. My goodness. And the best part is there's more coming. So we've been working hard internally, working on some documents, helping with our chapter owners to make sure we're delivering a consistent experience across the board. And so you'll see a lot of stuff. Your second question, I'm not going to answer. She's watching. She can see me.
I popped the question, Joe. I asked her if she'd come to work with us full time.
That's not the one she once asked, though. That's
she
the problem.
said yes, so I feel pretty good about it.
There you go. Chris Yugi, coming down from Charleston, South Carolina. I was setting up caddies for number 2. Jody and I were talking about the day. We'll have a certain number reserved for those that qualify for number 2. And so we'll take some of that. There will not be caddies available the first 2 days of the tournament. They just don't have enough availability for everybody. But number 2 caddies are going to be allowed, and we'll reserve a certain number of those. So you can get the opportunity to once you qualify for number 2. We got anything else? I get picked on all of these. I don't like it.
Oh, poor Maddie.
I know. It's a hard life, man. So
what else? There was something else I was going to talk about, and I can't remember now. That's because I'm almost 50. It's easy for me to forget.
It's been a day. Well, we've got more coming up. Just to recap for everybody, don't forget to take advantage of AVIS and Budget. And the Turtleson store closes on the 26th. The registration, we got about a week and a half, so get your entries in for Pinehurst. For Rick Lee, you absolutely can walk number 2. It'll be a great time. Highly recommend it. Other than that, stay tuned on all the other stuff, I guess, right?
Sure. And thanks for Trotman and Phil for filling in for me earlier tonight. Appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely plan some trips to Canada. We'll have Trotman back on. I know we're working on some exciting things there, so appreciate him coming on and introducing the Canada. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good. So probably a couple chapters up there next year.
The way this thing has started to grow out, I mean, I'm starting to be really concerned about my airline budget. I mean, I'm definitely going to Seattle at least once next year, probably twice. I'll be going to Bandon. That's happening. No question about it. It's just a matter of the border opening up before I start picking and choosing which of the places I want to go see and play in Canada and Toronto. I mean, and I know we've had some conversations with some fellas on the other side of the country as well. So there's going to be multiple opportunities in Maple Leaf country for guys that want to get up there and do that. South Florida, I may have to go rent a house or condo for a month to go down there and hang out in the wintertime. So, it's going to be ample opportunities for anybody that wants to play, or wants to travel to play. But at the same time, in the meetings and discussions that I know you and I have been having with all of our chapter owners, they're all excited about their schedules coming up for 22 locally as well. Some big time improvements coming in on some of our local chapters that the guys are super excited about. Some gets that they didn't think they were going to be able to get previously with the other organizations they were with. So, there's absolute excitement up and down all levels, national, local, and everything in between.
Well, see, my problem is this, Jody. It's not the majors because, we have to go to those because somebody's got to run them, right? I mean, I'm still thinking we get the RV. I think the RV would be a really cool way to do this. I think we'd have a lot of fun with it.
There's an RV, Clark.
But there's an RV. Totally Christmas vacation. I think we could pull it off. It'd be fun. We got Chris. we'll have a good time. Just everybody driving the bus. But for me, it's all these local events that I went to last year. You know what I mean? The ones that I want to go to again. I mean, you got Augusta, you got Champions Retreat, River Run in Charlotte. I need another crack at that place. That place was really good. You've got Starmount Forest in the Triad. Got to go to that. Just the entire Metro Philadelphia schedule. I mean, goodness. I got to go out to NCR again. You know, Casey's event up in Cincinnati. In the Dayton area. It's so good.
Casey's not ready to announce that yet, but I know the date on that one. So
do you know what the worst part about it is?
It's
coming back. I have booked a freaking really good private club on the same day and I can't move it. So I'm gonna have to call them and see if I can. I just realized that. That's a problem.
That's too bad because I missed it this year. I don't plan on missing it next year.
I know, it's so good. One of my favorites, Solden's Run. I was talking to a guy in Central Illinois. We were playing the Stillwell with Chicago this weekend, and Solden's Run. He's like, "Yeah, man, if you get Solden's Run on the schedule next year," he goes, "I'll sign up for it right now." And I'm just like, he's a guy I've known growing up from Central Illinois. He signed up and played in Indy a bunch this year, and he's from Central Illinois. So. And then out west, you know, I got to go to Red Rock, and there's just a lot of good places. You know, our local chapter owners are working really hard to deliver an elite schedule just on the local level. Not a lot of cupcakes on the APT, and so it's exciting. It's exciting for our members, and looking forward to it. We'll be back next week. Next week will be less than a month from Pinehurst. Can you believe that?
I'm laughing at Ryan's comment here. There's gonna be something for you, Ryan, in your backyard. Don't sweat it.
Don't worry, we're working on it.
We got things cooking.
Stay tuned. So,
that's right.
But anyways, we'll sign off. You know, we went 3 minutes over. Chris is gonna yell at me, but we'll be back next week with a new chapter, maybe 2 new chapters, probably another major. And there's a good chance Jody will have a new national sponsor next week.
Well, I can't wait.
So stay tuned, play well this weekend, have fun, guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Now on the tee from Las Vegas, from Charlotte, North Carolina.